The birds on this list are so rare that some of them don't even exist in the wild anymore. Here are the top 10 rarest birds. Number 10. The Hawaiian Crow. The Hawaiian crow is officially extinct in the wild. In 1987, there were 10 known Hawaiian crows, but by 2002, the remaining 2 had disappeared. The Hawaiian crow is endemic to central Kona in Hawaii. Also known as alala at the native Hawaiians, the Hawaiian crow has a primarily black body with brown-tinged wings. When it was alive in the wild, it fed on insects, fruit, carrion, eggs, and the babies of other small animals. Efforts have been made to save this species, as scientists are attempting to breed it in captivity. However, the gene pool of the Hawaiian crow is very small, and scientists are worried that the species may not recover. Number 9. Cebu flowerpecker. The Cebu flowerpecker was thought to be extinct in the wild until it was rediscovered in 1992 by Rob Timmons. The Cebu flowerpecker only lives on the small island of Cebu in the Philippines. It is a tiny bird at around 4 inches in length. Its feathers vary in color from blue-black to yellow to ochre to green. This bird is so rare that there are only about 83 to 105 Cebu flowerpeckers alive in the wild today. This attracts millions of birdwatching enthusiasts to Cebu Island, who flock to the island for a chance to see this lovely, little, and elusive bird for themselves. Number 8. The forest owlet. This tiny bird is so rare that scientists once believed it had gone extinct. There were only 7 of these pint-sized birds collected throughout the 19th century, and no one saw the forest owlet for over 100 years. However, in 1997, the forest owlet was rediscovered, so there's hope for the survival of this tiny species. The forest owlet is known for its square head, stunning yellow eyes, and oversized talons. It is native to central India, where it lives and nests in the forest trees. Unlike most owls who are nocturnal, the forest owlet is diurnal, meaning that it hunts during the day. It primarily eats rodents, grasshoppers, frogs, and small lizards. Deforestation and illegal logging has posed a significant threat to this tiny bird, as most of its habitat has been destroyed. Number 7. The Great Indian Bustard. The Great Indian Bustard is not only rare, it's the heaviest flying bird in the world. Native to the Indian subcontinent, the Great Indian Bustard lives in the grasslands and drylands of Rajasthan. It is a tall bird with a long neck and averages 4 feet high. It can weigh upwards of 33 pounds, and it feeds voraciously on worms, reptiles, crickets, beetles, and other small mammals. The Great Indian Bustard was listed as endangered in 1994, but the species went into a rapid decline from there. By 2011, its status was updated to critically endangered. Today, it's thought that there are only around 200 left in the wild. Hunting and illegal poaching, as well as habitat destruction, are to blame for the demise of this heavy and rare bird. Number 6. California Condor. The majestic California condor is so rare that there were only 22 alive in the world in 1987. In an effort to save the species, the condors were caught and the species officially became extinct in the wild. Since then, the California condor has been bred in captivity with great success. They were reintroduced into the wild in 1992. The California condor is the largest flying bird in North America. It eats the carcasses of deer, cattle, and sheep and can consume up to 3 pounds of food a day. It can soar to great heights of 15,000 feet and can travel up to 1,500 miles a day to find food. The California condor relies on its keen eyesight to source out food, as it has a terrible sense of smell. It is easily recognizable by its red-orange bald head and its black wings with white undermarkings. Number 5. The Northern Bald Ibis. The northern bald ibis once lived freely in the Middle East, Northern Africa, and Europe. However, it began disappearing from Europe around 300 years ago and eventually went extinct in Europe. It managed to survive in Morocco and Algeria, though, until the beginning of the 20th century. But from there, the species began to decline in those areas as well. Between 1900 and 2002, the northern bald ibis experienced a 98% population loss. Today, there are only 147 breeding pairs left in the wild. Efforts have been made to save the species, and there are 1,000 in captivity. It is an ancient bird, with fossils dating back to 1.8 million years ago. Its head lacks feathers, and it's known for its red face and long, curved bill. The northern bald ibis has struggled to survive against a number of threats, namely loss of habitat, overhunting, and pesticide poisoning, mostly from DDT. Number 4. The black stilt. The black stilt is a rare wading bird known for its long pink legs, slender body, and gorgeous black plumage. It lives in streams, rivers, ponds, and swamps of New Zealand. They are carnivores, eating mostly small fish, mollusks, and the larvae of aquatic insects. They average 12 to 13 inches long, and they once lived in abundance. However, when settlers came into New Zealand, they both drained the wetlands and introduced predators to the black stilt. Cats and ferrets became a significant threat to this rare wading bird, and much of their habitat was destroyed. As such, there were only 132 adults left in the wild as of 2018. Captive breeding has begun in an effort to save this species, but currently, the black stilt is one of the rarest birds on the planet. Number 3. The Christmas Island frigate bird. The Christmas Island frigate bird is aptly named as it is only found in one place on Earth, the Indian Ocean's Christmas Island. There are 5 species of frigate birds, and the Christmas Island frigate bird is the rarest. They grow to about 35 inches long, and they have powerful angular wings. It is a unique bird as it feeds by dive bombing and stealing food right out of the mouths of other birds. Because of this unique behavior, the bird has been nicknamed the Pirate of the Bird Kingdom. They love the skies as they don't walk or swim, and they prefer to live at the top of tall forest trees. They live their lives in pairs and only produce young once every 2 years. Environmental factors such as fires and cyclones have posed a threat to their survival, as well as the introduction of the yellow crazy ant into their habitat, who prey on their nests and threaten their young. Today, there are an estimated 1,000 pair of Christmas Island frigate birds alive in the wild. Number 2. The Imperial Amazon. The Imperial Amazon is a parrot that calls the Caribbean island of Dominica home. The Imperial Amazon is a fantastic flyer and a strong climber that travels in groups of 3 or less. They live perched on the highest treetops they can find, and their beautiful coloring helps them camouflage with their surroundings, so they can be really hard to see. They grow to be about 19 inches long, and they have a hooked bill with a very strong tongue that they use to feed. 2 significant threats have posed a problem for the Imperial Amazon. Hurricanes have decimated their habitat, making it difficult for them to survive in the wild, and illegal animal trading has caused their population to decline, as the Imperial Amazon is often hunted and traded on the black market. In 2012, it was estimated that there were only about 250 to 350 Imperial Amazons alive in the wild. Efforts have been made to protect their habitat and to stop the illegal trading of this rare and majestic bird. Number 1. The Spix macaw. Also known as the little blue macaw, the Spix macaw is one of the rarest birds on the planet. It is native to Brazil, and it is tinier than most of its parrot counterparts. The first of this species was captured in 1819 by German naturalist Johann Baptist von Spix, who named the species after himself. The Spix macaw is a visually striking bird whose feathers vary in shades of vivid blues. Unlike other parrots, male and female Spix macaws generally look the same. One of the reasons this bird has become so rare is because they are very picky eaters. They prefer to eat the seeds and nuts of the coriba shrubs, but these shrubs have become scarce due to deforestation. This has led to a rapid and scary decline in their population. In fact, it's believed that the Spix macaw no longer exists in the wild. There have only been 2 Spix macaw spotted in the wild in the last decade, one in 2000 and one in 2016. There have been none spotted since 2016. The Spix macaw still exists thanks to captive breeding.